Hi, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. I just want to introduce myself as Christopher Tillman, and this will be the first video posted as a review of my summer July 14th, 2024 trip to China. All right, so here we have at the top is just a little preview of what we're going to see as I introduce each and every one of the pictures. So here's the first picture. It's when I landed in Beijing. The airport was extremely huge. This is just in comparison to one section of the terminal when I entered into China. Here's the China Tourism Group. This is just one of their buildings. I was just taking pictures as I was coming into the city, looking at the scenery, all of the different restaurants and shops that were around near the airport. Some more pictures. Here's a picture of the Great Wall. This was during our, I think, 4th day trip that we visited the Great Wall. This is just the beginning of our tour up the Great Wall. Here's another picture from, I don't want to say, it's definitely not the top because it felt like it was never ending, but this is as far as I went up the Great Wall here. And as you can see, if you can look very closely at the mountain across, there is another section of the Great Wall, actually. So this is as far as we made it, so we had to head back down, but it's the picture. Another picture of me by the Great Wall. Here's another picture, and another picture. This guy was doing hand painting. It was extremely impressive. Although it was very expensive, I just took a picture of his hand painting. Another picture of the Great Wall, if you could see it. Another picture. Here is, I think, pretty sure that is where they do the Beijing Olympics were. You can't really see because of the trees, but it is behind those trees. This is a better picture, another picture. This is the first day where we ate lunch, actually. This is my first time going to a Chinese restaurant. This is very exciting, very, very, very exciting. Yep, so we had kung pao chicken. I had some white rice, and then there was beef. We had some sort of mushrooms, and I totally forgot what else was on there. Yes. And this is what my plate ended up. There was also pork, and there was also a like a steamed bun to go with the pork. It was quite good, and then there was also some cabbage on top as well. Here's some more of the table. This is my first time drinking the orange juice. And here's the Bank of China. There's another picture, and this is where we were visiting the Temple of Heaven. This is on the 2nd day of the trip. See it from far away. This is the Golden Knob doors into the Temple of Heaven. That is another section of the temple. This is the Temple of Heaven where the emperor prayed. Yes, that's another picture of another section. As you see, there's a lot of people. It was very hard to get a picture of the inside. This is where he sacrificed the certain things. All right, some more pictures. Try to get better pictures. This is the exit way, actually, out of the Temple of Heaven. That's far away. That is the city of Beijing there. Yep, just more pictures of the Temple of Heaven. This is a picture of me. This is when we were exiting. I took a picture of it from walking away. It's pictures of the city. Some more pictures of the freeway in the city. I took a picture of these 3 buildings. I'm not sure exactly what they are. I took a picture of the building behind us, but I couldn't quite catch it. Another picture of those 3 separate buildings. There's a gym. This was our dinner of the ending of the first day, or 2nd day, I'm sorry. Where we were having dinner with our Chinese roommates. This dinner I didn't eat too much of. There was tons of vegetables, so it's quite appetizing. I only tasted a couple. But yeah, it was all right. I do have a shrimp allergy, so some of the things I am not allowed to eat. My favorite was probably the thing that kind of looked like a donut. It was quite good actually. This is the shops lit up at night. I thought these were quite cool. It was just barely going into dusk, and they were already lighting up the signs. And this is awesome. But yeah, we were visiting a school. This is a drink I had. This is a breakfast I had actually. I had a scallion, a bun, a sausage, and chicken nuggets, 2 dumplings, and that was it. Another picture of a building. Couldn't quite get a picture of that. It's a massage parlor. That is actually a outlet. This is where we visited the Visa Center here. This is us inside of the Visa Center. It's a picture from the Visa Center. Here's the Visa Center. We're inside the Visa Center. It's another picture of the Temple of Heaven from the city. We were visiting a local person who sold just all types of Chinese, just almost anything you could find. He had umbrellas, he had fans, he had all sorts of stuff in there. Here's another one. We visited this shop. Yep. We were inside of like a, I don't know, almost like a mall, like a mini mall. Here's another restaurant we went to the same day. Here's the food. I'm pretty sure, this was just duck. We didn't eat Peking duck this day, but I had some noodles, I had some duck, and vegetables. It was quite good actually. Yep, and this is the ending of this is what the table ended off as. We had tons of plates. It was extremely good. This is actually a like an AI driving service here. Here's the inside. They showed us a little demonstration. Here's a guy who would demonstrate how these cars actually drive, to test drive. Here's a video of it. They have multiple people in a certain room, all driving these cars in order for them to gain the AI experience they needed to work. So here we are, boarding into the car. Here's the car. Guy is just in the seat, even though he's not driving it. He needs to be just aware of anything that goes wrong with it. So he's just there supervising. And some more pictures. Just outside, it's moving. Some more pictures. Yep, we visited the Chinese Amazon called JDL. They didn't let us take any pictures of the inside, so I don't have any pictures of the inside, but there were 2 separate warehouses on the right side. So it's just in comparison how big it is. This is like a mini mall we weren't able to go to, but I just thought the structure was quite interesting. More pictures. Here is our lunch. We had vegetables. This was tons of dumplings. Definitely very good. I couldn't really eat too much, but what I could eat was very good. So I ate what I could. Yep, and it was quite good. Here's another mall. This is the outside life at night. Just exploring myself, just walking out. Quite interesting. Some more pictures. I had some Chinese Oreos. They had different flavors. This was a showroom of what they had to come in the future of China. So here's what they were talking about. These are different processor chips for all types of things, phones, cars, basically anything. And then we dropped down to the under level is where they showed us more of these like certain things they were going to create very soon in the future. And then here's our lunch for the next day. This was dim sum, probably my favorite to have in China. We had all types of dumplings, multiple soup dumplings, bao dumplings. We had all sorts of things. It was actually great. This is definitely my favorite. I had multiple plates. So, yep. Picture of the city. We are still in Beijing, and we are going to the Forbidden City. So here we go. Yep. This is more pictures of the street going up to Forbidden City. We were still in the bus, so I was just taking pictures. There's a 7-Eleven. Some more stores on the right side. Just people out on their motorbikes. It's very interesting. That's the one thing that's different compared to the U.S. People don't really ride motorized vehicles with like 2 wheels. But in China, you see people riding bikes. You see people on their motor vehicles. People walking, just all day, every day, almost anywhere. It almost didn't stop. More pictures. Just more pictures of this. And here's the entrance to the Forbidden City. Here we go. There were tons of people. It was extremely hot. It was great. So I just took some pictures, more pictures. This is the first entrance into Forbidden City. We did take a little break, so we just kind of stopped and took some pictures. Here's a picture of how big it video. Yeah, there's very wide open space. It was actually very, very, very nice. They made this so the emperor couldn't get attacked by his enemies, or it wasn't easy to attack the emperor. This is the second. Yeah, this is the second like building in the Forbidden City. This is where we ended, I think, and then we just kind of explored on our own after here. Yep. This is where the queen or the empress would stay. This is almost like their type of living room. More pictures. More pictures of the city. Pictures of the little show they had going on or whatnot. Yeah, but just more pictures. More pictures. City. The buildings were insanely tall, and the city was always packed with people. It was crazy. Got more pictures. More pictures of the city. And this is our lunch for the day. This is where we had our Peking duck. Here's my first plate. I didn't really quite know what to get, but I tried some of the duck. Had some mushrooms and vegetables and rice. These are just like appetizers. There's Peking duck right there. And I had some cucumbers, onions, and I think I had slapped some sugar and soy sauce on there as well. It was quite good. This is our night boat ride. This was great. We just rode. It was only a couple minutes, but we rode a boat down underneath a little bridge area. They had these lights. They're great. Yeah, so that's almost it for that. This is the nighttime. This is my breakfast for the morning. I had like a big, I'm not even sure what it's called, but it was like a fried piece of bread, and then I had 2 dumplings, more dumplings. I had some pork, ham, and corn, and French fries, and bread on the side as well. I tried to take a picture of this, but I got my hand in it. This is what I had afterward. I had some watermelon, like red velvet mini cakes or dumplings and 2 fried eggs, or 1 fried egg, but it was quite good. And I needed a piece of bread and a sausage and a dumpling. Yeah. So this is some more pictures of the city. Let's try to get on to the next city here. Let's see. This is Beijing 22. Not much there. It's just an old factory, but I had tons of pictures. I had Chinese McDonald's for the first time. That was very different. There's almost like they seasoned their chicken with different stuff. I did try the Big Mac. It was about the same. We met a different university. Here's at night. We were out at night here. Here's my breakfast for the next day. I had some noodles, dumpling, sausage, pork. This food was quite good. My stomach did have to get adjusted to it, but after a while, it was good. I had a yogurt parfait. I had like a little pie type thing. I had a roll and a piece of bread. Here's our lunch, I'm pretty sure. We were eating 3 times a day every day, which was actually great. So I got to experience all types of food. This is on the plane to Xi'an. I just had it's like a little chicken sandwich they gave us, and then like a Chinese version of the Kit Kat. Yeah, very interesting, and some water. There we go. I met my Chinese roommate, Li Jiazan. This is me meeting him for the first time. Very cool. Here we are. This is the breakfast. So I had a piece of banana bread, like a peach, not dessert, but like a pastry, some noodles, and it was I'm not sure what the Chinese name was, but it's like a drink that they drink, or not a drink, but it was like a soup that they have in the morning, almost type of. It reminded me of grits, like an American food, but like a watered down version. It was quite good actually. Xi'an. Yeah, this is a city here. Just taking pictures of the city. We went to Xidian University. They gave us some history about their school. They were the first school to use a computer, which was actually insane. This is a second day, and here's where we go to lunch. So this is my first lunch in a Xi'an. I had all types of stuff. I can't really explain everything, but the main platter you see that's in front of me, I had noodles. I had beef in there. There was a bunch of chili pepper and all types of stuff. So they had dumplings on the side. I think not dumplings, but there was like pork, beef. There's all types of stuff. These were like shrimp. I don't know what they were, but they were like they were like shrimp, because I can't eat shrimp. So they were like little shrimp things that they put on top of the tree, and you just pluck them off and eat them. It was actually quite cool. Those were like colored, not colored, bean paste paintbrushes that you were able to eat. They were quite good. It was a very good lunch, and then here we are at the Xi'an Wall. Yep, you're just on the city walk. Here's a city, tons of people, of course. It's an ancient city, so there's tons of people out all day, almost every day. There's some warriors by the wall. When you talk up the wall, here's some cars I saw, and here's our lunch for the next day. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what I had, but there was tons of they had like a chowder type soup that had like pork, and then it had these potatoes. They had vegetables. I'm not sure what the thing in the middle is. Like bamboo root, and vegetables. Tons of vegetables. This is a city. This was the Yellow Temple, I'm pretty sure. Or I'm not sure what temple. We went to one of them, though. We weren't able to go to both because it was a little too late. But we went up there, saw the view from the temple. Tons of people outside. Just insane amount of people outside all night. Breakfast, there's some toast. So again, this is the same thing. Here's my plate for that day. Quite good. Scallion, some sausage, some fruit. Here we are at the Emperor Qi Huang's tomb. Here it is. Yep, the Terracotta Warrior. So it was definitely way bigger than I thought it would be. Seeing it in movies and things like that did not put it into perspective of how big it was in person. So I got some couple angles. Here's a wider angle. That's just how many were in there. So more people. It was very hard to get a picture. But yep, and here's where they tried to restore the warriors that got broken. All right, so we're just gonna move a little quick. Here's some I saw in the like they have them in a glass, so you can see them. This is Chinese KFC. I actually think it might be better in China than it is in the U.S. So yeah. Some Tai Chi instructors. Here we are. I was dressed into like a like a general garment, so we were just taking pictures. I kind of like that picture. But yeah, so we were just having fun all day in the garments, and then we had to take them off, of course. But yep, and here's our lunch. Had some rice, vegetables. I think this was mainly vegetables, but it's quite good. Just a picture of the outside of the hotel. Here's my breakfast again. Had some more desserts and some mangoes. Quite good, actually. Everything is fresh. And here we are. We visited like a farm, a Chinese farm. And I thought the view was great. This was probably one of my favorite visits just because of the view. I could have sat there all day and just looked at that view, but yeah, that was great. That was a great view. Visited where they stayed at while they were farming. Saw a cat. Yeah, just outside. We visited this little like cafe. It was quite nice, actually. Yeah, saw a couple of their little ducks they had on the road. I had a piece of a burger. It was a good burger. Visited Pottery Maker. Here's some of his work. I made a little tiger. They just had us paint it, but it was nice. So dog. Here we had hot pot. This was definitely my favorite, second favorite food next to dim sum, but it was great. It was just fantastic because everybody just throws the meat in. Then you cook the meat, you take the meat out, and you eat it. So that's what everybody was doing. Here they are, somebody's birthday. So this guy's gonna do, or he was giving us a noodle to on the water. Enjoy the guy. And yep, that's it. This is where we were staying. The hotel. This is where we're staying at for the night. This is Long Yi. This is like their green exhibition, green energy. So I like to try to power the world with not fossil fuels and things like that. Some more pictures. I'm trying to get through this pretty quick, but it may have cut out. Oh no, it's still here. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get to this any quicker. All right, let's go here. This is our last day in Xi'an. This is what we had for lunch before we went on the plane. This is on the plane. Had some meatballs, rice, and broccoli, and some juice and things. It was quite good. This is the landing spot in Shanghai. We're in Shanghai. It was very hot landing, actually. I remember this. This is my apartment. I think they got my apartment wrong, so I had to switch, but this is it. Yeah, so here's the apartment. I had some KFC they had let us have. It's quite good, actually. Yeah, here's my breakfast for the next day. I had some fried egg. It was almost like an American type breakfast. I had a donut and like some pastries and some apples and some yogurt and orange juice, which is actually quite good. Yeah, here's a picture of the city. I think this is one of the best pictures I have. The detail is great. You can see all of the clouds. You can see the buildings. You can see the water. Just looks great. Shanghai is one of the biggest cities in China, so this shows you how big it is. All right, so here we are. I was looking at tea sets to buy because I was gonna bring me a tea set back. Just taking pictures of some I liked, but they were quite expensive. I think this is our lunch for the next day. Yeah, this is our lunch. They had this fatty beef. I didn't quite like it too much. It's like a classical Chinese dish. One of my friends tried to get me to eat it. I was like, I don't think it's for me because it's not mainly meat. The top is meat, but the rest is fat, and you're supposed to like eat it in one bite. So yeah, I didn't quite like it too much, but it was all right. I mean, with AliExpress, which is like or Alipay. That's like a way to pay in China instead of using like their they have WeChat Pay and all different types of stuff you can pay with other than just paying cash. So they're trying to change their Here's a game you can play for like points. Like a dancing game. I didn't play the dancing game, but it looked pretty cool. Employees. Oh, this is the Volkswagen. In China, actually, Volkswagen works. Has their like headquarters in China, and this is when we went to. This is more pictures of the city. It's like a temple I saw. And then there's a skyscraper in the back. This was I'm not sure, but we went down just like I'm not sure what street we went down. But yeah. And here's like another lunch. I'm not really sure what I had to eat, but it looked quite good. Had some Lunchables, beef. Yeah, quite good actually. This is like the outside walk we went on in Shanghai. It's quite nice, quite nice. We rode this subway. The subway was very, very busy, but it was nice, very nice. So outside, we just visited Shanghai on our own, just outside at night, exploring. Me and a couple other people. I'm not sure. This is like a little mini, like a food market. There's lots of people in the food market. I didn't quite feel like going in there, but I wasn't quite hungry. There's the like famous Shanghai, like the ball, or the building, and then there's a skyscraper as well. It's a picture, another picture, another picture. I think I have a picture of myself in here actually somewhere, or maybe not, but it's a better picture. And then yeah, that's about it. Just my breakfast next day. I had some chicken nuggets, dumpling, and a fried egg. More pictures of some cars I saw, Chinese cars, things like that. This is a picture from the skyscraper we went into. This is top level. Is crazy. One of the biggest cities in China. So yeah, this is about it right here. I don't think I have much else. Yep, they just had some things inside, some more food. I went to this like deli that had like a New York deli inside. It was quite good actually. Here's our lunch. And there's a wall of like the communist China. There's more pictures of that university, I think, and then some more food. So I think I'll just conclude it. I'll go to the airport and I'll just conclude it there. Hold on. So yeah, this is my way out of the city of Shanghai. Yeah, I mean, I almost got lost actually. I was exploring a little too far on my own because I wanted to go. I'm not even sure where I wanted to go, but yeah, I had explored out, and then I had to find my way back in a taxi. So this is on my way back. Just taking pictures on the way back, reminiscing on my journey. And yeah, that'll conclude my YouTube video. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. I know not too many people are going to see this, but if you like it, just subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more, and I'll also be putting out more content, different content, not just all types of content. But thank you.